effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location? Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Deesa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
How might I be of service?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
Hey? Got a blade? What needs fixing, do ya? Hand it over. Where'd you find this ancient thing? I can scarce see the steel for all this rust. But hold a moment. Isn't this a regalia sword? The state of it. Blades like this were ne'er meant for battle, sure, but this one's been ill-treated. Restoring an antique like this will prove nigh impossible, methinks. Although, there is one who might have the skill. A dwarf, Oren Batal. A living legend of the smithing trade. If anyone can do it, sir, I reckon 'tis he.
So, a legendary blacksmith resides in Batal. It sounds as though he's our best bet for restoring the regalia sword.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Batal. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
My services don't come cheap, mind. Come again when you've more...
Bakbatal is not a friendly place for pawns. Each gaze we encounter feels more unjustly vicious than the last.
Take heart, for we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen's side. We have naught to be ashamed of. Here we are.
Someday, I'll forge a blade fit to slay a dragon.
If 'tis a blacksmith you need, I can't help you. I'm retired, see? Oh ho! 'Tis a regalia sword you want restored, is it? That's a first. All right, give us a look then. Now here's a masterwork of craftsmanship if I e'er saw one. Not to blow my own horn, but I wager I'm the only blacksmith who could set this ailing steel to rights. But, as I've said, I've lain down my tools, and before you start begging, know that I don't intend to pick them back up. Well, why are you still standing there? Leave an old man in peace.
That went rather poorly, I fear. What are we to do now? That went rather poorly, I fear. What are we to—
Beg pardon, sir, but I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with Brocker. You'll have to forgive him. He's been in a foul mood ever since we got cut off from the fuel for our forge. Though, he's always been a bit crotchety, come to think of it.
Enough cheek, you wool-brained wastrel. Now, I'm off to the tavern. Can I count on you to mind things here while I'm gone?
Of course you can. You go enjoy yourself. Psst. Hang about, eh? When he's gone, you and I can talk.
This might be worth a read. Let's have a look then.
"'Twas special made to use glimmer coal, mined from a nearby cavern. Till the monsters settled in, that is. Neither of us can go anywhere near the place now. Listen, Brocker's too proud to ask for help, but I'm not. Would you be willing to go out to the cavern and mine us up some glimmer coal? I'll take as much as you can carry. Should you succeed, I reckon he'll change his mind about restoring that blade of yours. Now, true to its name, glimmer coal emits a pale light. So you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spots when you get to the cavern. Oh, suppose you'll be needing the name of the place. Digger's Ruins 'tis called. I'll count on you to bring lots of the stuff back.
If we can procure some glimmer coal from Digger's Ruins, Sir Broker ought to have a change of heart about the regalia sword. Follow me. I will guide you to the location. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
If we can procure some glimmer coal from Digger's Ruins, Sir Broker ought to have a change of heart about the regalia sword. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down. Here we go again. We fight. To arms!
It is easily done.
No dawdling. The Arisen calls. Understood.
Well now, you've a keen eye. Would that my master, from beyond the rift, blessed with such good fortune.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. You see, this is the product of your heedlessness.
My end. My next year arisen.
Tis broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here. You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths? Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave.
'Tis easily done.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind. Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. Let me get that. I did my best to match your skill, Master. If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around. Plainly speaking, 'tis a bother. Another encounter. I ill like this. We are already hard-pressed from our previous engagement. Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms. Each to their own. One of us is being drenched.
If you wish it, I shall not move from this spot.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
A firm push is what's needed here.
I shall do as you say. Before my door, I shall see it done. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Ma. The cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
We'd best be prepared to make our own lights before we proceed.
By your leave. With a ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please. 'Tis not an item to be squandered.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own. This route has seen better days. But there's no sense lamenting it. We'll just have to take the long way round. Plainly speaking, 'tis a bother.
If your pack grows overfull, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
Must we run everywhere? You were an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
You're back. Have you any glimmer call for me? If you can bring us some glimmer coal, we'll be... As I've said, glimmer coal, so you'll want to castorize it. Digger's ruins. That... You're back! Have you any glimmer coal for me? That's plenty. Many thanks. Rocker, we've got more glimmer coal. Now we can reignite the forge.
'Tisn't the forge what needs igniting, girl, but your fool ears. I've told you my smithing days ended when those monsters moved in. I've no use for glimmer coal anymore. I'm done, understand? I'll not hear another word about that rusted hunk of steel. If you're so keen to have it repaired, then see to it yourself. Now leave me be. My mattress beckons.
Oh, I was certain he'd pick up his tools again if we only had more glimmer coal. My apologies for putting you to all that trouble, sir, but mayhap your efforts needn't go to waste. I could try my hand at repairing that sword for you, if you'd be agreeable. Way I see it, if old Brocker's the only smith with the skill to see it done, then I'm your best hope, being as I'm his apprentice and all. Well, what say you? I'm grateful for your trust, sir. You'll soon see your faith was well placed. Mayhap not soon as 'twere. I fear I'm a novice in the truest sense. I'll be needing some time. But I'll see it done all the same. You have my word. Mark me. This blade will be shining like a star by the time I'm finished with it.
A proud success. Sir Sara is apprenticed to the legendary dwarven blacksmith. There's no doubt in my mind that she will succeed.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy